and welcome back to Fix the Family. My name is Raylan Alamo, and we are bringing you truth without compromise for the family. This is Decadence Alive, talking about the evils in the world that we live in and how you could bring the fix, the Catholic fix, to those around you and to the society around you. This segment we want to talk about materialism, and this is a bit of a manifestation of the capital sin of avarice, and that is whenever we become greedy, or the things of this world become more important than God or than the people around us. And it has in today's world, a very sneaky kind of manifestation, because it being a capital sin, it could lead us to other sins. Sometimes it could be just an occasion of sin, and we need to be very careful about the decisions we make with our life and in our families, and how this works itself out. But what we see happening today is, under the expression of responsibility, we'll see a lot of families who may limit their family size just to have the material things, the material possessions that they want. Not that they need, not the necessities of life, but the luxuries that they want. We need to be very careful of this, because it's always a sin to contracept, to use artificial contraception, or to sterilize, to mutilate the body. But it could also be sinful if we use natural means of child spacing, or of avoiding a pregnancy for selfish reasons. We got to have a serious reason, and it isn't always monetary. It isn't always a financial reason, but it's got to be a serious reason. And if we do it for the wrong reason, it can also be sinful. So we really need to be careful. But what's the manifestation of that? Very common today. We have a couple just coming out of college maybe, or coming out of school, and both get a job, and is there any struggle or sacrifice anymore? They're ready to get married, both go to work, and so in order for her to keep a job, she can't have a baby, so get on birth control, get on contraception. That's a sin. And immediately they want the $250,000 house, brand new cars, fully furnished home, all the luxuries of home that they just came from, but never had to sacrifice and make and do without, and live on simple means. What does the church teach us? The church teaches us to simplify our life. To be we don't have a vow of poverty like a religious, but we have poverty of spirit. And what does that mean? That means looking at the more important thing. Look at the higher calling. The higher calling is to give life, is to accept new life, and to be as generous as we possibly can, to the point of even making sacrifice when we have to, and maybe doing with less, and maybe living in a simpler home in order to have the children that God wants to bless us with, so they have an opportunity at life. Another manifestation of that may be when a man who takes a job, but then it's not for the best of his family. Maybe he's away from his family all the time. It might be a better paying job, but it's really hard on his family life. And while that isn't always sinful, it could be to the detriment of that family. Same thing with women working. They may not have to work for the necessities of life, but may choose to, just to make things a little easier on themselves. Well, is that making the sacrifice? We need to be careful with these things. We need to look at these things. It's all the manifestation of avarice, of materialism. Because what happens? We want to be responsible, and so we'll set aside money for all the kids' college funds. And is that really a necessity, or is that just a luxury? I don't think it's a necessity, especially not for all of our children. So we need to be watching at why it is we do what we do, because the church teaches us that money and finances should not control us. We should master them. We should master our finances and use money and possessions and material things as a tool. Be good stewards of the treasures God has blessed us with. Be generous with those treasures, helping those out who are less fortunate when we come across them. And we need to be responsible. So we conservative, we save, and we don't waste and splurge on luxuries and on things that we don't actually need. So these are ways of of practically working our faith into a very daily responsibility that we have in handling of our money. So that's Decadence Alive. Let's be careful of materialism. Come back here for more at Fix the Family. My name is Raylan Alamo. God bless you.